or you need a guideline? Okay, first I'm going to create VM. Okay, so I'm going to create a virtual machine to install server 2016. So Windows Server 2016, always Windows Server. At least Windows 2016 also okay. Server 2016 means lot of different servers are there. Okay. Okay. So to create a virtual machine, so we require to know what is a minimal minimum uh, minimum requirements to install. Okay, and recommended also better to know the recommended kind of stuff. So minimum requirements. Okay, so in a Windows Server 2016 means from Windows 2008, 2008 if you are using 2008 or 2008 R2, oh, sorry, in 2008 32 bit 64 bit both are there, so I put a 64 bit, and 2008 R2 means it's a 64 bit only. It is 64 bit only. 2008 having 32 bit and a 64 bit. So I'm talking about 2008 64 bit only, not 32 bit. Okay, and 2008 R2, 2012, 2012 R2. Okay, so you can use capital R2. Okay, 2016, 2019. So what are these are all comes with mainly two variants. Will give a small gap here. Okay, so why I given a gap? No, not required. So next time you will forget. So why I'm giving gap? So two type of thing is there. One is um, desktop experience. One second. So I've opened a slide, right? Where is it? Where it is? Okay, so here is the editions. So mainly two editions we use it. One is standard or a data center. It depends upon yours. Okay, standard or a data center editions. This is server core minimum requirements. Server core minimum requirements. Okay, this is a desktop experience, server core, and nano server. Three type of servers are there, but normally installing into a server, system hardware installation like a virtual machine installation or physical machine installation, only two variants are there. One is a desktop experience, another one is a server core. One second. And the next one is server core. Both are introduced. Okay, this desktop experience means it is like a GUI type, so graphical user interface type. Server core is a purely CLI type. Okay, CLI type. So like your Linux, so you have a GUI window and CLI window, same thing like that. So desktop experience means GUI. GUI means graphically you can able to see the screen and everything. CLI, so server cores required a less even if you have a normal server less capacity servers also, we can install server core and run it like a branch offices don't have more money to buy full GUI, or CLI is more secure. Why? Because of everything you should do in a command line only. Okay, GUI at least we can see and we can do it, but CLI means everything you have to type the commands. That is difficult. Believe me, I tried 2008. Of course, that time it is 32 bit, so many years back, almost like a 2013. I have to teach both GUI and CLI for server. So CLI almost for every time it is fail. The big commands, 3 4 lines of the command is there, one single command to set up something. Okay, so like that. It is compulsory knowledge person should be there for a server core, but requirements are less. This is requirement is more comparatively. For example, 512 MB RAM is enough. Okay, so the difference is 512 MB RAM is enough, and disk space also it won't take much space, like a 2 GB 3 GB only it will occupy. Okay, but GUI compulsory, if you take RAM, 2 GB RAM is required. Okay, GUI compulsory minimum requirement is 2 GB is required. So if you take CPU normally old one. Okay, so old one is like 1 GHz is enough, but we are using a new editions or at least 2.4 GHz processor is required. Okay, CPUs are common for both the things. When you are installing an application or any single core is enough, so you don't require multi-core kind of stuff. So also single core processor is also enough. Okay, disk hard disk, so required a 20 GB minimum. Okay, so 20 GB is minimum, but go for a 32 is a better option. If you are increase the RAM also better. Okay, if you are want to install a Hyper-V, and again additional 2 GB RAM is required for a GUI model. In CLI, we don't have a Hyper-V kind of stuff. We don't do normally. Okay, hard disk minimum requirements. I think 16 GB. Where it is gone? Oh, it is keep on. Okay, I have to recopy it. I think it is corrupted. I said repair, but it is not repairing. I have to open every time or what? See, here it is 512, hard disk drive 32 and 64 GB. Uh, So this is also 32 GB. It's showing like a 32 GB. Both required 64. So all these versions compulsory 64-bit only. CPU compulsory 64-bit only. Okay, the 64-bit architecture. The older version of this one means 2008 32-bit, 2003, 2000, NT. These are all. So it is a different, like a 16-bit, 32-bit processors are there. So for example, I'm going with downwards, like a Windows 2008, 32-bit, 32-bit, or you can say x86. Next, 2003, 2020. These are server, older version of server, still in Windows 10. Yes, may I get a question? Why 32-bit called as x86? When you type 32-bit, when you say 32-bit, 32-bit representing like a x86. Why? Anyone knows? If you have a 64-bit, in some products it is showing like a x86 underscore 64 or AMD 64. Why? Any idea? No problem. Any idea? No problem. Have you ever seen 86 in processor? I'm directly telling answer.
Sir, AMD means Advanced Micro Devices.
Good.
It's basically manufacturing
Manufacturing of processors.
processors.
Very good.
It is based on 8086 processor.
8086. Very good.
86.
Correct. 8086 processor is there. So Intel manufacture different processors from 4004, 4080, 8008, 8080, like that. So we learn people 8085, then 8086. Okay. So different processors, like a 4004 means 4-bit processor, 8008 means 8-bit processor, like that. Bit processors are created. So finally, there is 16-bit processor is there, 8085 and 8086. Both are 16-bit processor only, but they found a pipelining technique in a 8086 non-accumulator calculations on a 8086. It don't depends upon accumulator. Okay, guys, see that one. Last time the people are asking questions. Difference between 8085 and 8086. Okay, so later 186, 286. Okay, 80286. So what I'm typing 286, like that. 386, 486, 586, 80586. Okay, so like that. So 586 were very rare. Okay, after that one, Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3. Okay, in a Pentium 4, there is a two variants are there, Pentium 4 Extreme and Pentium 4. Okay, two variations are there. Okay, and Pentium 4 Extreme is leaded to hyperthreading. Okay, the hyperthreading is leaded to dual core. Okay, dual core. After that one, Core 2 Geo. Okay, these are processor techniques. Don't worry, we are not went to somewhere. We are in same only. Okay, just for a small information, that's it. Okay, so Core 2 Geo, quad core processor. Your mobile phones are octa core processors. Mobile phones octa core, deca core for processors are there, na? So like that, octa core processor is also, sorry, quad core processor is also there. Quad core processor is there. Then I series came up, i3, i5, i7, and latest is i9 with the different generations. All are core to Geo processor, and i3 32-bit 64-bit is there, but i5, i7, i9 is a compulsory 64-bit processor. Of course, there is a one beautiful processor is there, that is called a Xeon processor. Xeon processor is a 64-bit processor. 32-bit is the old version anyway. Now everything is 64-bit only available. Okay. Xeon processor specifically used in a servers, because Xeon is a multi-core processor. Multi-core processor also support multi-socket motherboards also. Okay, Xeon processor is usually from Intel and use it. Okay, so we know more about Intel, but not about AMD. Because of this 86, this same architecture till date we are using. Even if you are a 32-bit processor or a 64-bit processor, the idea of 8086, that base processor only still we are using. That technique we are using, the pipelining technique and the calculation way, internal processor management, everything we are using same thing only. Okay. Hmm. If you watch a series like Friends, actually Friends is a very old web series, not web series, it's a serial, daily serial. Okay, there is one guy has a laptop. He said 8085 80586 processor in that in their laptop. Okay, Now we are having a i5 i7 99 laptops. Okay, that time it is a very small lap, that is very less capacity. Of course, there is a different type of other processors also there, like a Celeron processor, M processor, Pentium M processor, Celeron processors, Celeron D processors. So different processors are there. J model is there, J4001, like that. Okay. So because of we are using x86 architecture, 86 architecture, 8086 architecture from here to here. So that's why it is written as a x86. So earlier days, most of the Intel chipsets, most of the Intel chipsets are a 80, sorry, 32-bit processors only. That's why when 32-bit comes up, they're written a 86. Yes, you said AMD also correct. AMD is also manufacturer of main competitors are Intel and AMD. Of course, Motorola via other also there, but main in the market is Intel. Next one is AMD. AMD started manufacturing directly 64-bit processors. Advanced Micro Devices, the company name, not a technology. Okay. So AMD is a Advanced Micro Devices. It's an American based company only. This is also Intel, both are. Okay. Intel manufacturing this one. AMD manufactures 32-bit and as well as 64. 32-bit is there, 64-bit is also there, but more popular is 64-bit processors. Even that time we don't have much 64-bit kind of stuff, but they launch more processors in a 64-bit manner only. It's before Intel launching 64 in a more in a public. Okay, so more publicly they launch AMD launch 64 publicly, more type of AMD Athlon, Simtron, or so many other processor they launch. Ryzen is a now popular model after Athlon. Okay, so Athlon is a small one. Ryzen is for gaming purpose. Ryzen type of processor, Ryzen 3, Ryzen 2, Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7, Ryzen 9, up to more than 1 lakh rupees. Okay, okay. The processors are there. Someone put a still class timing. Right? Swati. Ah, very good. Okay, okay. First I didn't give it. But good questions. Okay, so sorry. So we are going to somewhere. Okay, so this is why when 64 came up, so the people write AMD 64. But later on days, Intel also comes with the 64-bit solutions, right? These are our processor 64-bit processor, Core 2 Geo, quad core processors, i5, i3, i7, i9 processors, Xeon processors, normal Pentium Gold processors. Now Pentium Gold, Pentium Dual cores, 64-bit also there. Pentium Dual core, Pentium Gold processors. Okay, 64-bit is there. Now to represent Intel 64 x86 underscore 64 or a 64-bit or a x64 bit 64. Okay, so look at properly. So what are the operating system, hardware or anything? See the proper product including application you are download. So see that 32-bit, 64-bit, x86 underscore 64 or AMD 64. Understand which bit it is. Okay, and people who studied in engineering about 8086, So better to check once what is the 8086 and 8085 differences. Okay. Next, what is this bit? Instruction. Every processor has an instruction. Every processor has a instruction set is there. Do you remember CISC? Complex instruction set computing. RISC, reduce instruction set computing, is nothing but instruction set only. So instruction set is 32-bit in 32-bit processor, 64-bit in 64-bit processor. Okay, instruction set is 64. So what are the instruction you are loading? So that is 64-bit instruction. And what CPU is understanding, CPU will take the instruction in a 64-bit processor, will take 64-bit instruction only. So internal CPU also has some instructions. Internally CPU also has a instruction, that's why we call it as a CISC and RISC. Okay, for example, VTX virtualization or AMDV for in AMD. Okay, SSEs. Okay, mobile related one, or so many instructions are there. Different instructions are there inside a CPU. How to load the instruction, how to work with that instruction, how to calculate, how to produce the output. So that is the instruction built in CPU, that is also 64-bit. Some people said address bus and data bus length is a 32-bit, 64-bit, like that. That is also correct. Another one is address bus or data bus or system bus like. Okay, bus the length. Okay, so whatever it is, so be careful with the 32-bit and 64-bit. So we'll come back to our desktop experience. Here we install desktop experiences only. Okay, so first we'll create a virtual machine. Before that one, better to go once. Yeah, here is a questions. See which OS you are using, device manager, your system is slow, what you can do. So this is a very small questions, but it will become more important here. Okay. So I'm going to create a new virtual machine. So you can use typical or a custom also, no problem. I'm using a workstation 16, 15.5 and 16, not much differences. Okay. Okay. So this is installation letter. Select 2016. 2016. If you see here, it is 32 bit, 64 bits are given, but here you can see like this. But he can see here it is directly given. So it means it's a directly 64 bit only. 2016 we are installing. I select 2016 only. And here I am going to change PTS3, name of the virtual machine, some dole candidate came. Okay, so okay, so this is the name I given. So you can give win s1 like that. Don't leave server name like that, big one. Okay, so give a normal size. Okay, like a 5 characters, 10 characters maximum. Don't give a very big length of the names also. Don't give 1 2 3. Don't give like that. So give normally. So for understanding, you should understand, and so it should be proper. Don't give more spaces in the names. Uh, Already. Okay. So I store my virtual machine in H drive always. Okay, and slash, and I created a folder for you. Okay, for next batch I will change the names. I will delete all the data is better. So I slash copy my name. So what happened in the main folder, subfolder will be created. So all the virtual machine files store there only. If any issues occur, or you want to delete it, or you want to copy it, or any issues occur, also this is very helpful if you keep in a folder. Next, always select a single file. Always select a single file. Okay, first option. It is a 160 GB. If you want, you can keep. Sorry, it is showing 60. If you want to keep 60, you can put it, because minimum requirement is 32. So it is 60. So it is better you can use 60. Okay. If you want more, you can put a more also 160. You can put a 160 if you want it. Next, customize hardware. Click on customize hardware. It is showing 2 GB. Currently I'm going to installation, right? So I want to make faster installation. I'm putting 4 GB. Okay, so better first time I will put a 2 GB. Later I will change it anyway. Okay, first time just for teaching. Processor count, it is showing here. Number of processor 2 it is showing, but better always keep one only. Okay, until unless compulsory. Okay, and select this option. This is a purely optional. If you don't select also, no problem. This is only for getting internal virtualization, means nested virtualization purpose only. Next, use ISO image, browse. Okay, where it is in my Z drive only, I think it is. This is the one. 14393. Open. Next, network adapter. I'm selecting here VMnet 1. Here I'm selecting VMnet 1. Use VMnet 1 only. Okay, and there is a one more setting for VMnet 1. I will show you that one. Compulsory, you should do it. Okay, use VMnet 1 only, not VMnet 0. We don't want to interact with internet here. Okay, so VMnet 1. That's it. Again, see memory 2 GB, processor 11, and select. I selected this one. Okay, for a Hyper-V purpose. Next, use ISO image, browse, select your operating system, and network adapter VMnet 1. Click on close, finish it. Then virtual machine is appear here. So this is my name. Okay, edit virtual machine settings. Okay, so here again verify to memory 2 GB 1. This is NVMe, means SSD, because it's a 15 16 edition directly giving SSDs. Okay, so virtual disk only there are nothing. So we have net 1. Good. Go to options tab, select advanced, make sure UEFI is selected. Make sure UEFI is selected. Okay, for example, it is in BIOS, you are unable to select UEFI. It is showing like a gray color if it is case. So it's okay, no problem. Okay, but anything you change it before you start virtual machine. Do not change later. So make sure that UEFI is selected. That's it. So next one is VMware tools, time sync off. Select this option. Select this option. Okay, next click OK. No need to do any other settings in generally. Next, I have a file in Z Drive that is called VM Edit. Already I shared this one, so I copy these three lines, copy that lines, and I'm going to paste. This is my folder, WinS1. Right click, Notepad. Okay. Adding these three lines is a purely optional. I want a Hyper-V in my 2016 server, so that's why I'm adding these things. To install a Hyper-V, so we need a these three lines should be there. What is the meaning of this line? Mainly, see hypervisor CPU ID V0 false, false. This is enable, means virtualization enable kind of stuff, but this is false. Why false? Means it is not there. So you just read it, and I will tell the explanation later. Save it, close it, and we don't require now this one. So before I start a virtual machine, so this is settings are completed. Now installation is there, right? Before I start the virtual machine, so to make it faster, I'm putting 4 GB. You don't need to put a 4 GB. Okay, you have to continue with the 2 GB only. Don't put a 4 GB. You have to check your RAM. Your RAM should be available. Availability of RAM depends upon availability of RAM. You can able to change the RAM. For me, I have a 12 GB RAM. At least 6 GB free RAM is there. So then I can select 4 GB currently for installation. Later I will change it. Okay, 4 GB RAM for on the virtual machine. Now what happened? Yeah, you have to click something on it, but I missed it. Okay, if you miss, something will show like this. What to do? Click on the screen. So this is a screen, right? So click on it, then Alt Control Insert with function key I putting. So enter. So when it is showing that thing, just put enter. Just like your Windows 10 installation only, one option will change maximum. Maximum one or two options, not more than that one. Same thing. See, like Windows 10 only. So because next, this is a time and currency format. So select English India first. Okay, a lot of people don't see read options and don't try to change options. Okay, English India. So then automatically time zone will change. If you miss it, no problem. We can change it later, but better to change starting only. This is a next. Okay, install now. Install now. This. Server post installation won't take much time. Only one option. Guys, here it is. Compulsory select the last option. Do not select first and third. If you select like this and blindly you are going to the next, then you will get a CLI mode. I can't do anything. Okay, that too in 2016 and 19. Okay, okay. So here it is. You have to select desktop experience, either standard or a data center. So my better option is go to fourth one, last option. Okay, it's showing 4, so go for a fourth one. So I'm going to next. Okay, guys, fourth one. Remember, otherwise you will get a blank screen. Accept the license, custom, new, apply. Okay. it will divide the disk into four parts because it's a GPT disk: recovery system and MSR and primary. Next, now it is copying files. This is the post installation. Okay, so pre-installation steps are normal. Make sure that you are select a desktop experience. That's why I told desktop experience here, and also minimum requirements. Okay, okay, let it install. It will take time for a installation. Meanwhile, you can go for a theory if you want, or you can go for a questions. Okay, so this is going restarting. Let it restart. Understand? So if in case your RAM is 2 GB, so what to do? Forget about it. So you can't do it. So you need a two machines. So then 512 you have to take it, and it must be your machine should be 64. Virtualization support is all there, but already I given a chance. So access my physical machine. My desktop is there. Okay, you can access remotely. Okay, like that. So this is not choice. So next one is, if in case your infrastructure is not good, now you can't put a money to buy a new laptop or a desktop, right? You require a 35,000 minimum. In a starting price minimum 25, 28 to 35, 40 minimum investment is required. If you invest minimum, the minimum won't work in for a longer time, so better to buy maximum. Buy any laptop with 4 GB RAM if you are buying. Okay, and add some 8 GB to it. Okay, already it is laptops comes with the 4 GB, and add 8 GB personally. Like you can go to any shop, they will add it. The shopkeeper is also will add it. If you buy in online, then you can you have to add 8 GB RAM by without break the seal kind of stuff. Free upgradation or anything, Dell will give you a upgradation freely. Okay, that is one thing. If you purchase 8 GB pieces, if you got a chance, add either 8 GB or 16 GB directly. Most of the new laptops will support more than 32 GB RAM capacities. Okay, so that is my solution. Your infrastructure not supporting to do practicals. Either it is your 4 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM, 32-bit PCs, no virtualization PCs. Better to go for cloud. Either it is AWS, Azure, or any cloud, you can go for it. If you are a subscriber of Paytm or anything, you can get a virtual debit cards also there. If you don't have any debit cards, credit cards, not there, you can go for virtual debit cards, credit cards. Okay, using your mobile phone, you will get it. Airtel is providing, Paytm is providing like that. Okay, so just for verification, do practicals completed, delete it. That's the only one thing. Okay, if you have a doubt how to do in a cloud, so you can ask Sai also. Sai is well known about AWS. Yeah, my system is installed. You don't need to create any account, already administrator is there. Server by default administrator is enabled. Windows, earlier days administrator is there, but normally in a normal Windows workstations, you can see first account is administrator, but in Windows Server, first itself is a administrator only. So you don't need to create any other account currently. Later you have to create. I'm giving a password for administrator is admin at the rate 123 only, because I don't want to forget my password. Guys, lot of people mainly in a lab environment. It is not real time environment, right? It is lab environment. Okay, so no need to troubleshoot your passwords and all. Better to give a common password. Mostly I will use two type of password. One is Vedic at the rate 123. Another one is admin at the rate 123. So better to use admin at the rate 123. Okay. If you try to give very difficult password, last time I tried to troubleshoot one person machine, so she given a very difficult password. Even she don't understand what is the password like. Okay, so she put a dollar 555 something like that. There are a lot of difficult password. If you need a security means I will tell one or two passwords also. Here is a, not a security concern. It is it is important is don't forget your password. Finish. So it will take time again. It will take another 5 minutes. Okay, it is immediately came. It's showing all control delete. This is a VMware workstation. VMware workstation virtual machine, right? All control inset. Function key inset. If you are using a laptop, inset. Check the where is the inset and give the password. First time I log in. So finally, installation is completed. Okay, so let it open. So what I will do, so whenever it is the server is open, it will open a server manager. So we'll see the server manager, what to do with the server manager options and all. We'll also see that one. But before, what is the post installation step after installing Windows operating system? What you should do normally, guys? What is post installation?
installing the drivers.
Create account.
Very good. Install a drivers, right? That is I heard. Someone told another something, but I didn't understand. It's okay, no problem. Good. Okay, installing drivers. Normally, after creating account, login, install the drivers first. Of course, this is a VMware workstation, right? We don't have any specific drivers. We install a VMware tools only. Normally, we install a drivers, then connected to internet, update system, and update Windows Defender or install antivirus. This is normal system. This is server. Server we don't install any antivirus here, but we will update the system first. But here we don't do update time, updation kind of stuff. Don't worry, not required. But only thing is, I'm going to install a VMware tools. Usually it will show the notification when you click there. Yes, here it is a notification. Click on the notification. So you can see run setup 64.exe is showing here. Just click here, no problem. If you miss it, no problem. Go to CD-ROM, go to this folder. Okay. You can see this one automatically mount because of when you click here, automatically it will mount here. Open it or double click on it. Okay, or open it, open or double click on it, no problem. Setup 64, run this one. But mine is already running, so select complete. Typical means what are the required, all will be installed. Complete also all will be installed. Custom means you can choose what to install. Better use typical or complete. I select complete. Okay, complete. Next, install. Again it will take no, it is not taking much time. No, it is take time. Okay, so in a background close one by one. I will shut down this virtual machine after installation completion. Again I will start it. Okay, because I want to change the RAM. It is a 4 GB RAM. This is, for example, remember, my server is 4 GB RAM, client is 2 GB. Means totally I'm spending 6 GB RAM. That is not good for my physical machine, right? So I need space. So click on finish. It asking, do you want to restart now? I said no because I want to shut down the virtual machine. I can do other things also. I can change name, but no, better I will shut down. So we'll see the things later. Why we should worry now? This is only for installation purpose. Shut down. Okay. Now I'm changing the RAM. It is 4 GB RAM just for installation only. So I'm changing to 2 GB RAM. That's it. So after shutdown only better to change this. Now it is 2 GB RAM. I change flow to 2. Okay. Any change is required, you can change it. Okay. But don't change these options. Few options you should not change. Like hardware related options, you cannot change it. A few other options you can change it. Like network options you can change it. Disk size you can change it. Um, like VNC connections, shared folders, snapshots, like that. Few things you can able change it, but hardware related better not to change it. Like check marks and all, don't change it. Okay. Now it's a 2 GB machine, so powering on. Okay, because only for installation and the tools installation we taken it.